So sometimes when we design an opt-in, we want to grab attention, and one way is by using animations. And I do have a blog post that talks about that with some examples built with Thrive Architect, with Thrive Leads. And here there was an animation. So if I just reload, so there is an animation as soon as this appears on the page. This one is in a different format like this. This one has text that writes itself like this, like a typewriter type, so that can be effective as well. This one has a wiggle effect every 4 seconds, and there's the code here if you're interested to do something like this. And this one has a video background like this, so that can be very effective. But there is a different way, a more subtle approach, and I've created a blog post about it, and you can have a look at in the description. There's a link to that blog post as well. And really the opposite of doing something very visual like this and attention grabbing is to simply have links within your text that do talk about the benefits of, for example, joining your mailing list or joining your Facebook group or your YouTube channel. And really, so this is the blog post, and really it's to have links. And the way I do it is to have it underlined, so it really looks like a link. If you don't have the underline, sometimes, depending on the color that you have, it might not look like a link. So this, at least with the default, with the Thrive theme builder, I've put a default like this. It does look like a link. And this is a Facebook group, so if you click on it, I invite you to join. From the blog post, and you can join where I'm going to talk more and more about conversion rate optimization with Thrive Themes, for Thrive Themes. And then YouTube channel, same thing. And the great thing with the YouTube channel, there's a code, and just have a look at the example, and people will be prompted to join the channel. So that can be effective in increasing subscriber counts. The other thing you can do is link to your mailing list, to an opt-in for your mailing list. Again, there are two ways. The one I prefer is to have a link like this that will trigger a pop-up box like this. That's configured in Thrive Leads as a Thrive box, and people can see some benefits of joining and then put their name and email and click join. And as soon as they write it, we can say write a thank you message. People can close it, and then they can continue on the blog post. So that's a very useful thing. You could have a static page if you don't have Thrive Leads. If you just have Thrive Architect, you could link it to a page where people can join like this. So that's another way of doing it. Can be as effective. It's a bit annoying. People will have to close, come back to the tab. So it's not, it's better with Thrive Leads, but that's one way. And so that's for links to a mailing list. The other option is with Thrive Leads is to insert something like this, like a box after 10 paragraphs automatically in the middle of the content. So there are pros and cons to this. The pros that it can be automatic, and you don't have to remember, it will be inserted for you. The cons is that it might break the flow of the blog post, and it might be just after an image or before an image or before like a video, and might be out of context a bit, but it's automated and you don't have to think about it. And it can be something like just text, something very subtle, and then people can click and basically have the option to join. So that can be another very effective way. And the last option here that I've mentioned is to have a section like this at the bottom of your post that can be automated with Thrive Leads again, but it's text-based, so there's no graphics in there, and you can write something like, you want more help, we hope this blog post was useful and will lead to improvements in conversion rates, but of course there are many things that will affect the conversion rate, and here are some ways that for example, I can help people in doing it, or it can be a list of resources. It could be to tell people join our Facebook group or YouTube channel, so on and so forth. So you have multiple options here to invite people to join your list or to look at your products and services. Because if people have found you, there's a chance that maybe they want, like in this case, you can do it by yourself, or maybe some of you will be interested to contact me to see how it would work for me to evaluate your website and see how I can increase your conversion rate. So lots of good ways, and it doesn't look like an ad. It looks like it's blended with the text, and I think that's really the benefit. So something to try. Try both. Try something with animations or with lots of visual elements, and try something with text. And if you're using Thrive Leads, you can actually track conversion rates on those, and then you can even A/B test different elements, visual versus text. And I think that's a very good way to improve your conversion rates. So if you're interested to have a look at those blog posts, there are links in the description. And if you're interested in what we do, have a look at what we do and how we help people with Thrive Teams.